Good. You're good to go, Connie.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to, we can say, casual couture crits. I forgot the casual. So this is more of a casual talk that we decided to put together, very informal, to make a very safe space for everybody to share their work. And it's not like we're selecting. We want everybody to join in on the conversation and kind of get feedback to each other's work, which is something we don't really do all the time unless you're going to university or something like that. So we just wanted to have an hour just to see all the artworks from the show. And today we'll be covering Iris van Herpen, Schiaparelli, and Chanel. And I hope you've seen, I'm sure you've seen all the shows. It was amazing, very, very different from each other. So I'm really excited to see all your work and what interpretations you had for each of the designers. So I'm just going to quickly share. The first one that we're going to do is Iris van Herpen. I'm going to share my screen. Oh, you got to let me share.
I'm letting you share.
Did you enjoy this brief, everyone? It's kind of nice, isn't it? Just to have a brief that make force.
I've put them all on mute in case anyone's got.
Oh, right.
So if you can talk in the chat, and then there'll be a point when you can all speak.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise there's dogs in the background and things like that.
Oh yeah, that's true, and cats.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Iris van Herpen. Let me just close all my tabs. Cancel, oops. Okay, so we're just gonna have a quick look. I think there's only 6 of them. 6 looks, but I'm sure you've seen the videos. The video was really nice to capture movement and things like that. If you haven't seen the video is here. I'll play just a quick 10-second clip. Oh, that's not enlarging. It's not enlarging, but you can see it. Really beautiful, very inky. Ink feels with hard lines. So kind of flip through it. There's some really good moments and compositions that I thought was really cool. Lots of movement. So bearing that in mind, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. So I wanted to ask if anybody has illustrated Iris van Herpen, and whoever wants to go first.
Let's see. I can't see if they did.
I did. Hi everyone.
Anna?
Can you hear me? Yeah, hi. I did one. Let me just pull it up because I just got back into my house, so I will just grab my iPad. So in case anyone else has it.
Did anyone else do Iris van Herpen?
I think
I did one, yes.
Desiree.
Yes.
Can we have a look?
I posted it, but this is the original. Maybe the light is not good enough to see it.
Shall we
pin
Do you
Sorry?
have it on Instagram?
I have it on Instagram. I can share or you can.
Oh, I can share my screen and then I have it pulled up here. Yeah, can you guys see that?
Lovely, perfect.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so tell us a little bit about your process, and did you enjoy it?
I definitely enjoyed it. I really liked the collection. It was so different. Of course, it was not a catwalk scene or something like that. But I mean, Iris van Herpen, she totally told her story in that collection, and I hesitated to prepare something for tonight from that collection, but then I tried to really catch some of the, as you said, Connie, the inky feeling and the sharp lines, and I tried to use masking fluid and to paint over it, so to have this sharp outlines from from her clothes, I would say. So yeah, that was my attempt for the show. So I was
Hmm.
kind of happy, not 100%, but I tried my best. So it was very experimental for me. So yeah, that it is.
That's good. That's what it's supposed to do, like push you out of your comfort zone. And I
Yeah.
think that's a really good way of studying collections, because every collection is different. It kind of, you want to interpret their differences in a way, not just do the same thing all the time. So yeah, lovely. Any feedback from anyone?
Desiree, just a quick thought. Is it would be nice to see, because there's a lot of shots in the water, some zoomed out shots rather than it always being like a headshot. You could have actually had a nice silhouette, and I think
Yeah.
that could have been quite a nice sort of shot to go from, because I think to tell the sort of the idea of space and environment, it would have been encapsulated quite nicely with a silhouette. And I love the idea of you using the masking fluid as well. That's a really cool idea. And I saw Caroline Tomlinson's using it recently as well.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's some quite cool stuff's happening. But I think this one works, but I'd love to see it more deeper and richer. And I think that you would really capture the spirit of the inkiness because you've kind of got what I would say like highlights and mid-tones, and we're missing that sort of deep tone where it gets really dark. And I think that's the area. And if you look at sort of Bill Donovan's work, where he draws the sort of silhouettes with the ink, he kind of paints the whole figure, and he's not focusing on the face so much. It's about the body and it's about the shape. And I think that would have been almost like it would have made it more cinematic.
Yeah.
Anyone
Great,
else? Feedback?
Can everyone speak? I'll turn you on as long as you've not got big animals or people. So you can speak if you need to speak, and try and be quiet. I'm gonna just say I'll ask you to unmute.
Can chime in.
I can see your lips moving, Trish. I can't. You can press the button to unmute.
Yeah. Okay. Wait till I go back to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hi. Hello. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
I can still say that, can't I? But I did it, but I did it digitally, and I posted it on Instagram.
Ah, okay.
So we can
So
move
I
on.
don't know.
Let's have a
I don't
look.
know how I can show it to you.
Oh, if you can send me the link, I can share my screen on the chat.
Wait till I get to you now. Oh, there we go. Hold on now. Right. Well, I can show
I
you
see.
it
Okay.
on my phone.
We can go on to Trish's account.
Oh yeah, I found it. Okay.
Did you?
Yeah, I found it.
Well done, Connie. You're so talented. Yeah.
Cool.
So I did that in Procreate. And I used the liquefy and that aspect of the software, and to get the kind of the liquidy fluidity, and then I then painted in the body on top of that, and it is kind of a balletic pose. So I tried to get her. Now, unfortunately, I think looks like she's falling into a dark well, but there you go. That was my poor woman.
Why not?
But she's got a smile on her face, so she's obviously happy about it.
Yeah. Nice. Any comments? Feel free to chime in.
I
I
had
feel
a
like
quick
this-
question.
Go on, Melanie.
I just wondered, because I've never used Procreate before and I'm quite keen to give it a go. How long did this drawing take you?
It probably took about 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, in saying that, I would have to say that I haven't been playing with Procreate for a while, so I was very rusty.
Yeah.
Also, I was using aspects of the software that I haven't used before. So I was on one of those, you know, those beautiful steep learning curves where the cursives can come in absolutely frequently, and you're afraid you're going to lose something. But basically, it was very interesting trying to get the watery feel and to retain the rich inkiness of it as well.
Yeah, I think you've done a great job.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank
That's very nice of you. Thank you.
You've definitely captured the ethereal feeling. And I'm noticing that a lot with Procreate, you know, it's so, I mean, it's not easier, but it is easier to put a background color and then add the text top. And yeah, it is another way of interpreting. I like the deepness of it.
Well, I tried actually working with watercolors and kind of blowing it with a straw to try and get the fluidity. But I ended up with mud, really, you know. I went 4 steps too far. Yeah, so that didn't work. So then I thought, right, okay, this is not working. I really loved Desiree's use of the masking fluid. I thought that worked really well. And with this, I just thought, I haven't ever tried the liquefy option on Procreate, so I gave it a go.
It's amazing. Love it.
You like it?
I think my advice to you as well, Melanie, is because of mess, a lot of us are turning to Procreate, and like we had a lecture with Kelly Bailey, and I think some of you were there. She uses Fresco rather than Procreate.
Yeah,
and it has a similar outcome. It's not much different. It's just because she started off with Fresco, and what she does is tends to bring in her drawings and then adds. So she uses like Photoshop, lots of layering, and she scans in all her sort of marks and then adds it to the image.
Yeah.
So it's sort of more of a build-up of mark making and drawings rather than using any of the brushes really in Procreate.
So you use it as a tool to elevate what you already have.
Yes, and maybe add some highlights in, or adding some areas of like textures or blurs, but not using many of the, I guess, the tools within Procreate. It's more of just like a building up like a rotoscoping of layers.
Yeah.
So
that sounds a good way of using it, because otherwise digital art can sometimes look quite flat, I think.
Yeah, it's a scary zone, and
well, I actually
to use it right.
did what you're suggesting, Patrick, when I did, you know, the Dojo Cat.
I saw that.
Yeah, well, I did that in mixed media, and then scanned. Well, I didn't. I just photographed her, put her in through Procreate, and enhanced her, I suppose, a little bit.
Yes, I actually prefer that one personally.
Yeah, so do I.
When it becomes too digital, I think we lose a bit of the essence. It feels a lot more handmade, and we kind of lose it a little bit.
Yeah,
the digital, we tend to either overwork it or let the tools disrupt and get involved. And you know, I used to, when I was teaching more, I'd ban all the students from all the effects. You weren't allowed to use effects. So you had to learn how to use software without any effects, so twirls or blurring or any of that sort of stuff. It was really using the tools just like a screen printer. So you could layer it up, you could add contrast, you could add textures, you could maybe add a bit of depth of field, but you couldn't use any of the effects that are in, like if you click on window and do effects, no effects, because anybody can do an effect. So you have to be mindful that I want to look at your work and then not think I can replicate it. That's the best way to do it. It can't be replicated by another person. They have to commission you. I think that's the most important part of it.
That's true. Nice.
Anyone else do Iris van Herpen?
Yes, I did.
Do you want to send a link to share your Instagram?
Yeah. Hang on. I'm on my phone, so this isn't super technical. chat.
It's okay.
Okay.
Sure. Let me bring
Okay, so it's actually part of like, I just linked, oh, it's not worth. My face. Link.
Oh, Anna, I can relate.
It's not working. I don't know why it doesn't want to paste the link. Okay, that's fine.
Is it on your Instagram? You can
I
send
don't know if I can.
to Connie.
Yeah, it's like, it's the fourth link, the fourth swipe of,
Right.
but it's not.
uh,
It's the first image on my Instagram
what's your
and the
Insta-
fourth swipe, if that.
what's your Instagram again?
It's, I'll write it. That I can do.
So while Anna's doing this, we just want to make everybody aware of our thought process behind this crit. And we didn't know if we wanted to call it a crit because we didn't want to invite any external people because we were worried that you guys would feel a bit threatened by the external feedback. So we're trying to get more of the members in the collective to give feedback in these two scenarios, even though the crit that we do in London Fashion Week will have external people. We're trying to build up a bit of confidence in you guys to have the courage to show your work, feel happy that you're willing to show it, debate about your work and get feedback. So this is a sort of more of a safer environment experience with all of us here, rather than always having like external feedback. And even though we still feel that the critics have been still quite nice. I think Menely was the toughest, and she's here.
Yeah. and Audrey Schild, I think.
Audrey was tough.
Yeah, she was.
I need to invite Audrey again. I was.
Yeah, she was on it.
Audrey's really good, and Audrey was the head of women's wear for Ralph Lauren for 22 years. So her experience is massive, and she worked for Holston, and she's worked for Berghoff Goodman, and her knowledge bank is massive. Yeah. So she's really good to get some sort of feedback from. Okay, Anna, did you manage to find it?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm trying to look for Instagram.com/ yeah. So let me share my screen. Sharing it here. Oh, this one. It's the third. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Didn't see that one. Nice. Is there? Oh, okay.
No.
Is this one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Very watery.
How was this made, Anna? Have we lost her?
Hello, Anna.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, we can hear you now.
Sorry. So that was made on Procreate. Basically started with a basic silhouette of her, and then kind of looked at the image of the dress and really tried to see how it was like blending with the actual water, and just layered and layered and layered, dark and light, and tried to get that kind of chiffon vibe, which I think is quite couture. But I'm really new to Procreate, and it's really kind of an experiment, and I don't like how flat it looks, like that we were saying about digital art looking flat. Yeah. And that's kind of how I feel like it wouldn't look like that if I had done it handmade from scratch.
It's true.
I actually think you've done quite a good job.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I think when we look at tonal values, like light colors going to, so you're using all these different blues going from really deep to the really light. So it does create a sense of abstractness, which is quite a good feeling. And the person, you can see this sort of person just creeping into the page, and they're kind of coming through with the light. So I actually think from a recording and documenting the experience, I think this is quite a successful piece. I think it's quite good.
I do think it could have been a little bit, I mean, not better, but it could have been a bit more cohesive with the fabric if she had more of a movement.
Yep.
Mhm.
Quite static at the moment. And I know I can see a template underneath.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
very like solid.
Yeah, like template, you know those.
Yeah.
Do you know? So I feel like because it was so free and organic, I feel like she could be a little bit more free and organic.
So maybe her pose
Yeah.
could be more organic.
Yeah, the pose
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah. Okay. So this would be more like a fashion illustration for a design piece rather than for to
Yeah.
the mood. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And if anyone else has got any thoughts?
Yeah. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I do actually. I think it looks like a beautiful chiffon layered evening gown, but I don't think it says Iris van Herpen.
Yeah.
Maybe more of those line details. You know, there's
because I mean, if you looked at when you look at video, basically you have a very detailed body work that she does, and then the kind of the ribbons and the kind of tie-dyed chiffon is kind of floating away from the body, but they're actually quite segmented pieces of fabric and different cloth textures, if you know what I mean. There's crisp on the body, and then there's the floating kind of, I'm calling it tie-dyed chiffon effects. But then there's also ribbons floating in the water as well, wrapping around her arms. I mean, it's an amazing, as always, design piece and hugely awe-inspiring. But I mean, I think this is a beautiful illustration. If I saw it, I wouldn't think Iris van Herpen. Sorry, Anna, I'm just being honest.
No, it's good to know, because I think that is a part I did struggle with, was capturing that kind of wrapping around the body.
Yeah.
Especially once I started blending
I mean, I
two together.
sympathize totally with the Procreate starting up thing. You know, it's
100%
painful. Yeah, it's painful. But that's just my feedback. Okay.
But really nice. It's a good practice, though. So
yeah.
Good.
Anyone else has Iris van Herpen? If not, I can move on to Schiaparelli.
Yeah.
So Schiaparelli, I'm sure you've seen the video, which was great. Very, very experimental. The line.
And lots of negative feedback it got.
Yeah.
What did we think of the feedback that it got?
I hated the animals.
Did you?
Yes. Yeah.
It seemed a little bit random.
I thought of the collections that they have done, that he has done, this was the weakest.
Oh, interesting.
And I think that if Schiaparelli had been doing the lion, the leopard, and the wolf herself, they would have been more stylized, they would have been more surreal, and they could not ever have been misinterpreted as taxidermy.
I see.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's a difficult topic, isn't it? Because I did quite a lot of reading of various articles, and Susie Menkes wrote something on Instagram and was saying you had to be there at the show. And then I saw someone had put in the comments, but most of us aren't at the show. You can't be that elitist. We're not all there in this cocoon watching a show. You have to understand how it's received outside. And I have to agree with that a bit. And that's one reason why I didn't draw any of the looks with the animals, because I read them as taxidermy as well. And I understand that there is a concept behind it with Dante's Inferno, etc.
I know.
But out of principle, and the craftsmanship is one other thing. I mean, they are the heads are beautifully made, but I'm not sure it sends a brilliant message.
But also, I think that if Elsa had been doing the heads, if she had been working with Dante's Inferno and the three animals, I do sincerely believe that they would have had more surreal, a more surreal aesthetic applied to them, that they would look like a Schiaparelli interpretation of an animal as opposed to an animal.
like the literal animal. Is
Yeah.
it?
I agree. Like the shrimps that she did back in
Yes.
the day. I totally
Yes.
agree.
Yeah, exactly. I think
Super classy.
they should have looked more like embroidered pieces rather than. I know the process was hugely skillful, but it ended up looking like taxidermy, and it ended up looking like Victorian trophies attached to these beautiful columns of dresses. You know.
Can I? Because I didn't see the video. I started watching, but I didn't have time. Is it? They made it from scratch, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
So it's not an actual animal.
No,
Oh,
no. It's got
Just
a
making
foam.
sure.
A foam base, and then they worked it up, and
Okay.
they hand-dyed the fur and all of that sort of stuff. So it was incredibly detailed and totally couture, but the result is so realistic, it looks like a trophy.
Yeah. I think what killed it for me was the meme I saw of this one. They put it on Lion King, you know, when they take Simba.
Oh, right.
Like on the cliff.
Yeah.
not Simba.
They photoshopped her there. So like,
oh God, yeah.
So anybody?
Did anybody else like the? How did the group feel about the actual collection as one of, by contrast, say with the last collection? How do people feel about it?
I mean, the last one was amazing.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit shocked by, because it was too out there for me, especially I thought this one was really out of place.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
That was horrible.
Too weird for me.
I didn't
ugly.
quite understand it.
Well, I think that's the Dante Inferno from a drawing by Dante.
Yeah.
You know, but I just thought it was ugly.
I think it goes back to the whole idea of couture being a playground of ideas. Then at the end of the day, people want things to look good. And that was not the case maybe for that piece. I do really like their jackets.
Yes, I was just going to say the cutting is really beautiful, and the lacing detail applied, say, on even the quilted coat or that beautifully sculpted jacket. I mean, that was interesting as a theme running through it. But by contrast with other collections, I thought this was the least surreal, least Schiaparelli-esque. From my point of view.
I thought Naomi Campbell looked great though.
Yeah, she's really having a moment.
Actually, I tell you, she was the perfect person for the bear.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna just share. I did a Schiaparelli drawing. I wasn't sure about the taxidermy thing. So let's stop share. I will share my.
I think Tamio did one with the. Oh, look at that looks great.
Oh, wow.
So something different. I never do oil pastels, but I was teaching today. One of the students had it out and I kind of joined her. I did one while at work, kill two birds with one stone. So
you see, I think if that wolf had looked like your drawing, none of this hoo-ha would have happened.
You think? Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, for me, I really like the sketchy aspect to your drawing. And I've been trying to work in oil pastels recently and I'm struggling because I feel like I can't control them enough.
Yeah, really difficult.
But I'm going to push because I think the end product can be really beautiful and it gives a lot of texture to the work, which is lovely.
Yeah, I think because sometimes I get too controlling. I'm trying to get out of that controlling mindset.
And so, Connie, do you ever use like turpentine to soften the oil pastels, or do you just use them
I
as
just
raw?
use the sticks.
Yeah,
like
me
crayons.
Too. Yeah.
Actually, Connie, they work really nicely with linseed oil.
Linseed.
Ooh,
you get some really beautiful effects.
I'm gonna try it.
So that's something to try. I love how different this is to your watercolor work.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's really dynamic. It's really beautiful.
Loads of energy in it.
Yeah.
I quite like the color pencil line because I've drawn it in color pencil first.
I like the fact that the wolf is looking absolutely horrified that it's dead.
Yeah, maybe that was the point I was trying to get.
Saying, where am I? What happened?
I've decided this year I'm gonna be a little bit more experimental because I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing next.
Looks good. I love it.
Yeah.
Patrick, thoughts?
I like that you've done it in the sketchbook. So you've kept to the sketchbook. It's Naomi. Is this Naomi Campbell?
Yeah.
And you've done her white, imagine the feedback that you would get.
Oh my gosh, I know. I've already gotten that from but I did manage to kind of make it more Asian. So it's more.
Yeah, I think so.
More
You've changed model.
Yeah, so, because I think I did a McQueen piece and then somebody was like, why did you make her like not black? But I was like, but it's Asian like me. Is that allowed? You know?
Yep.
Yes, it just shows you we're here complaining about the collection having the animals, and then you're changing the skin color of the person. It just shows you how it can flip and how things can be quite controversial when you're drawing. And we talk about black people painting themselves white, so there could be you could be a hot topic in the press getting feedback. I think from a drawing point of view, I think it's good. And the hard thing about oil pastels is they are, once it starts going wrong, it goes wrong drastically. And I think try chalks. Chalks are very messy. Well, oil pastels can be quite direct. And also, like, if you use the linseed oil when you draw and then you take away, it has a sort of Picasso drawings effect, so you could kind of layer it up, build up the that could be quite nice for you to do, because you do sketch and then you paint over and then you sketch again, and maybe you could do a sort of a drawing and then get rid of it, get used to this idea of destruction and then rebuilding and go through that sort of hard journey. And Picasso's a master of doing that, if you look at how he changes compositions. And I think that could be a good journey for you to go through and make her look like it's been a fight. I think that would be nice to have that in mind. And there was an artist who was showing at Tate, and her feedback was her new rule was a drawing must never take a day. It's actually a good task. A challenge should be make a drawing be a week, 3 months, a year, and see what happens, and just see the challenge. Just have something sit there. And I think that's a good challenge for all fashion illustrators. Is it shouldn't take a day. And then see what happens. Like go away. Like if you did a painting, you tend to go away and then you have a sleep, and then 2 days later you go back and you go, oh, it's really wrong. Like the large drawings you did.
Yeah.
Where you worked.
They were fabulous.
And then you kind of worked on them again. There's a lot more it's labor intensive.
It's getting destroyed again, don't worry.
But I think that's quite a nice process to go through, and you really see the sort of journey. And I know some of you have been going to the Tate Britain exhibitions and seeing the shows there. Really go and have a look at some of that work, Connie, because at Tate Britain there's some great shows on at the moment.
Yeah, I just went there and saw the recent one with, I can't pronounce the name.
Is it Toyinda?
I think so.
Someone.
Yeah.
No, do you mean Lynette?
Oh,
Lynette, that's it.
Lynette, sorry, Lynette.
I can't pronounce her name either. It's such a beautiful exhibition, stunning. It makes me want to oil paint looking at that exhibition, and I'd really like to give it a go. It's been so many years since I've got the oils out, but yeah, it's stunning.
Yeah, definitely. I was also thinking about the topic of skin tone. I might just make them all pink or blue.
Yeah, well, look at the Fauvists, or look at the German expressionists, the older ones who painted. But the Fauvism is a great one to look at.
Wait, how do you spell it?
Actually, this is really like the Fauvists, isn't it?
Fauvism. Fauvism.
Oh, okay.
Matisse used Fauvism.
Yeah.
David Hockney started to use it more and more.
Oh yeah, David Hockney did. Yeah, with the pink
So-
faces and stuff.
Yeah, so he'd be, I think that would be a nice angle. The only problem with Fauvism is sometimes they could look monster-like through the
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to be quite wise with your colours. But
Okay,
good,
anyways.
good. Who else?
Oh, sure.
Who else did Schiaparelli?
I've done one.
Everybody did, probably.
Everybody, right. Let's go and have a look at the Instagram and let's go through one by one.
Okay, let's do that. Oh, sorry, I'll share my screen again. I'm gonna go back to the Paris one. Fida Paris Couture. Oh, there's one here.
Yeah, that's Denise. Yeah, she's not here tonight. I think that's lovely. Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Mm.
Got that nice texture in the silhouette. She's been doing loads of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on a roll.
My only feedback for Denise, because I was looking at her work over the last 5 months, is she needs to take away some of them underlying drawings. They're becoming cartoony. So when she watches this back, hopefully she'll have that's a bit of feedback that I'd like to see her take away some of the underworkings, or if she's painting them up and then she draws on top of them and creates this sort of one line that goes all around it. It's not always necessary. It makes it too static. It flattens it.
She cut the fabric beautifully, though.
Yes, yes.
Very nice.
Good.
That's not.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
That's the next one.
Ragnar's here.
That one's very nice. That's Desiree. That's lovely. I think that was lovely.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Well done, Desiree. This is good.
Beautiful skin color. She's glowing.
Lovely.
Purple.
Lovely. The purple is gorgeous.
Highlight.
Where's Desiree? Desiree, the only thing I'm thinking about is with the face is to create more depth of field. You could have made like the earring really dark. Like imagine you've got the ear, the eye, and then the far eye, and they kind of get lighter as you go further away. And I think that would make it, because it does have good form. It's just I'd like to see more depth of field with the actual drawing. So the earring needs to pop more. And I remember Connie said once that she banned herself from using black, which was a really good task. Do you remember that, Connie? You stopped using black. And it's a challenge because you've got to build up color to get color. And I think that's a good task for you there, Desiree. But think about depth of field, like mark making, heavy lines that are in the foreground and these light lines are in the background. So them two eyes, the one further away they look flat. One's not further away than the other. Yeah. So if you just look at the eyes now, you can see it kind of moving forward, and they're kind of moving back and forwards because neither of them they both have the same weight. So I think it's quite important to change it.
I see. Thank you. Yeah, totally. I can see that now. Thank you.
I love the lilac you've used on the skin color. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's lovely. I love all that.
Yeah.
Good.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
That's
Bella's
Chanel.
here. That's Chanel. No, Schiaparelli.
Oh, we're doing Schiaparelli. Sorry.
Oh, the one right next to it, just before, if you swipe to the next photo and then you swipe one down, you'll get.
That's lovely.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Oh, you drew the line.
Yeah, really faintly. Highly.
Oh, it looks so good.
And I also drew the bag just because, like, the bag, I really do love that bag. It's really cute.
It's a cute bag. Nice. I love the details.
Nice form. Yeah.
Thank you.
And Anna, this is the best piece of work you've ever done.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
And it because it's very documentary, I could imagine Vogue or someone like that commissioning you to go to a show and draw the show and all the characters. And I think you need to do more of this. Much more,
Well noted.
much more.
Okay, well noted, and I will definitely do that.
Yes.
And did you use watercolor or what did you use, Anna?
I used Procreate, my
Yay!
favorite. I just layered and layered and layered. So when I was back in art school, I actually did a lot of that kind of style of illustrating, a lot of inks and stuff. And so I was like, can I try and recreate it on my phone or on my
iPad.
iPad thing? And so I tested that out yesterday, basically. And yeah.
Yep, it's great.
Yeah, I love it.
I love how these brush marks kind of are
It's
like
different.
silhouettes of people as well.
Yeah.
Abstract.
Right.
Oh, very nice.
Well done.
Yeah.
Any more Schiaparellis?
Mm,
What's this?
No, that's
no.
I've got a few somewhere coming up.
Yeah.
Couple here.
Up.
Yeah.
Up.
Chanel.
There you
With
go.
the gold's face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
The gold face. I liked that.
I love this.
Beautiful.
The mark making on the bodice.
Mark making,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can really see the gold shining.
You can tell you're a fashion designer, Manly.
Oh, really? Why
Yeah.
is that? What, the style of drawing or?
You can
Where you're kind of finishing off lines like yeah, so you're kind of drawing. Like I did a talk yesterday with Audrey, and she draws quite similar and has that approach to. It's very clinical and almost very refined, and it communicates so much.
Yeah.
And I think my only thoughts would be, I want to dream more. Yeah. So if you imagine like Marc Chagall and people like that, where it's much more dreamy, I feel that with yours, you have to bring in just a little bit more edge to it, where even the change your pencil, mix it up. So you were saying about oil pastels earlier, like where a fashion drawer will stick to the same pencil they're designing, you could have said, okay, well, I draw that shoulder, like we were talking about shoulders, and then I might say, well, why not bring a brush onto the shoulder that's nearer to us, and then that adds another texture.
Yeah.
It's textures. I think that's what. So when I see your work and I'm thinking to myself, what feedback would I have? It's the textures, and it feels designed. So it's not a sort of negative. It's just you've worked as a designer for so long, it's ingrained, and you kind of now, when I went to the RCA, they were like, you need to decode yourself and break yourself apart. And I think you're going to have to go through that journey.
Yeah. No, that's really helpful. Thank you. Because I'm aware also I love color, but I struggle understanding how to add color in the best way. So maybe I just need to start drawing with color and put my black charcoals to one side and see what happens.
Yeah. It will be a long process of doing a lot of garbage and making lots of mistakes, but you have to wrestle with it and work in sketchbooks as well. Get back to the sketchbook like Connie's doing, so you feel a little bit less precious over the work, and you'll enjoy the process of drawing again and saying, okay, I'm making rules, like I'm not going to use black, I'm going to use pastels, I'm going to mix pastels with this, what happens, and then and make notes, like you're rebuilding a vocabulary. And I think that's what has to happen for you going forward, because these are really good and they're very clinical and they're good, but I really want to be like, if you look, I was talking to Nuno da Costa and we were talking about work, and we were saying about how to break yourself apart, and we were looking at Cecilia Kolsted's work. What she used to do was very clean and clinical, and now where she's got to is sort of very abstract, graphic, painterly approach. So she went for a huge journey over 10 years. So I think that's what you're going to think about: painting negative space, bring back like look at art, go back to art college, like foundation, and bring them rules back, and like paint the space around. And I think that's what will help you, and it will challenge you to really then think about space Hockney's a master. If you listen to him talk about negative and positive space and drawing, and Matisse was the same. So that,
Yeah.
I think that's the, not saying these are wrong. I just feel for you, you want to have, they need to feel like Connie having a fight. You need to have a fight.
No, thank you. It's really helpful because I enjoy working quite fast as well. And sometimes when I work much slower, or I'm planning something out in pencil before, I really don't like the outcome. I like to just go onto the page and let it happen. So the thought of being able to do that and work with different materials is really exciting and really appealing. I just have to find my own rhythm within that, I suppose.
Yeah, and I know, like, if you follow Caroline Tomlinson, I know Connie's friends with her. She's like working with really long sticks at the moment. So I feel that that's things that you're going to have to do. Draw with your left hand, like all of them silly little rules you might have done at foundation.
Sure.
But it will, and go through like a process of aggressive drawing, holding your pencil really strong. Change your pencil, change your pen, change your marker. All of them things. That's the only way. Drawing big, drawing small.
Yeah.
Drawing details. And also, when we look at a drawing, is you've given the same amount of energy to every single part of it. So you need to change energy and say, okay, I'm going to draw a little bit more on the shades, but a little bit less on the face. That's where it allows us to have an imagination.
Yeah.
Gaps.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really helpful. Thank you.
Let's see, anybody else?
Wait,
Chanel.
Chanel's, these are all Chanel's?
Yeah.
Chanel.
I did. Oh no, my mic's not working.
That's Chanel.
No,
Is
Chanel.
that
The middle
that
one. The middle
yeah,
one is
exactly,
Schiaparelli.
Oh yeah.
And she's not here. This was, I prefer this one.
Yeah, it's nice. Very strong. The face.
Much better.
Yeah, dark on the side here.
It was probably much quicker.
Lines.
Good.
Yeah. Very nice.
Did anyone else have a Schiaparelli that we can find, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robin,
Yeah.
since my mic's not working.
Yeah, there you go. That's Siobhan.
Wait, can you hear me?
Can we hear you? Is that you speaking, Robin?
Yeah.
Ah, good.
Oh, okay. It wasn't caught with the indicator, so I wasn't sure. Sorry.
Are we looking at this one or?
Is Siobhan here? I don't know. If
I don't think Siobhan is here.
Oh, Siobhan's not here.
So Robin,
they're mine. That's mine.
Oh, yeah. Trisha's.
Yeah. And
that was Chanel.
yeah, no,
So-
that's Schiaparelli. Excuse
That's
me. The
Schiaparelli.
yellow is Schiaparelli.
Ah, you've linked it with Chanel.
Oh yeah, here it is.
You know, there's that one, but the one with the yellow in the center was Schiaparelli done with
Oh,
the oil pastel.
Ah,
you wrote,
nice.
You wrote Chanel.
Hey, for the oil pastel.
Yeah.
And photographed and put through Procreate.
Oh wow. Lots of layers.
Lots of layers. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
so-
didn't really like it at the end. There you go.
Patricia, I don't think, like I was saying to Menely, even though this is drawn differently, the way you've drawn it, everything's treated the same.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
can hear
so-
what you're saying, Patrick. You it's a similar, your comments actually all the way through have been quite focused on different weights of line. And I think as a fashion illustrator, you tend not to do that. You know what I mean? So I absolutely understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on. Oh, we're running out of time. So quick. Going down. Ooh, oh yeah, we saw these.
Oh, I love her, the little leopard, snow
Oh
leopard.
yeah, this one.
That's Tamio. That's
nice.
Tamio.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
That's better than the collection. Well done, Tameo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts.
Just used ink. Yeah, increase the the head of the the
Yeah.
leopard.
Looks great, Tamio.
Very
Beautiful.
nice.
Tameo,
Yeah, but like you said, Patricia, yeah, it was kind of really of a really bad taste, and
Yeah, I know. But you've drawn it really well, really
Yeah,
strongly.
you have.
It's actually better
Yeah.
than the garment, to be quite honest.
Well, after I read that it wasn't kind of real, so yeah, I decided to go ahead.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you.
Not real.
I would have liked to have seen a little wash in the background, Tomo. I think you need
Oh, I see.
just to add a bit more to it, because we've just got these high contrasts. I think the drawing's good and really well done, but I know you like to use like a bit of watercolor. Think about the environment as well. Like, don't just Poppy Waddy Love gave a talk to one of our classes, and she spoke about where she was commissioned to think about the space around and the environment much more to get more commissioned work. So it was a bit of feedback that she gave was quite important, was really to think about the environment rather than just the individual. So,
I actually thought that Anna's drawing, Anna that's here today, I thought the way she captured and even the weight of the colors and tones of the audience was done just beautifully, you know. I'll definitely try and give that a go.
Yeah.
And the background. Okay, cool.
Nice. I know there's a few more down here.
Yeah, that's Tamio again.
Yeah. And then I think, oh yeah.
Oh,
I think Frida's here as well.
I like this.
yeah, really beautiful with the turquoise.
Yeah. And I like the fact that there's a head and then there's Naomi, you know.
Yeah.
Me too. The depth is lovely as well, the depth of field.
With the black and the darks here. Nice.
Yeah, and I think the change in concentration on the drawing, like the earring has lots of detail and the face is very simple. This is the sort of thing I was talking about earlier. But,
absolutely.
Frida, think of the proportions. Naomi looks a bit small.
Or you can make her head smed. I put her head smaller together. Smaller head.
Yeah, I know.
A lot smaller, so then she looks a lot longer.
Yeah,
she just looks very shrunken. She looks 5 foot.
But actually, visually, the face is quite accurate.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Very nice.
I like the wolf or the fox or whatever it is.
And I love the earring. The earring is really good. It is a wolf. A she-wolf.
Yeah, exactly. She-wolf.
Yeah.
Or
Naomi.
Pride? No,
perfect.
Lion is pride, lust, and the last one I don't remember. It's the sins, the 3 sins.
Yes, the sins. Yeah, there was lust and there was pride.
Lust, pride, and something else.
Something else really fun.
Good. I like. Well done.
Oh, we have 1 more minute left. Okay.
We'll try and
what
we'll
about
try and
the
get through the
beautiful-
next collection as well. We can
The
stand.
head, yeah.
That's Denise. Yeah, she's not here, and I thought that was
That was
fab.
beautiful.
I thought this was lovely.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
It feels like pearls, like actual pearls on her face.
Yeah.
It's really well done. It doesn't look like flat in any way. It really looks like.
I think that's, you know, those 3D bottles of gold fluid.
Yeah.
I think
like
that's what's put on top
liquid,
of that.
Yeah, like
the liquid
pearls.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Did I go too fast? Okay.
No.
Oh,
I
this
quite
one.
like the.
F.
That's actually a really nice drawing, I think.
Yeah, you made it better.
Yeah, I think these remind me of Henry Moore drawings.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
Good
absolutely.
job.
Sculptural.
Very.
Hello. Hi. Can anyone hear me?
Yes,
Hi,
we
Steph.
can hear you.
Hi. Yeah, I was really drawn to them because I did think of Henry Moore when I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, with a good association, actually.
They're really nice.
Looks better in your drawing than it did in the
that's what I was
runway.
thinking.
Yeah.
Very cool. Lots of energy.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I really liked. I like parts of the collection, like how I found it more sculptural, like the animal heads and things. Definitely not, but the waist and the shapes and things. I thought it was.
Yeah, the waists were beautiful, weren't they? The curve of the hip.
Yeah.
Okay, should we move down? What's
This one,
Oh, beautiful.
I think the gold
This one's quite
body
nice.
painting
Alright.
one there is very elegant.
Oh yeah.
Is,
Oh, I
Ju-
like
is
this
Julia
blue.
here? I don't
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, hi.
I think that's lovely, Julia.
Yeah, really nice.
Thank you.
Where are you, Julia? Are you in Australia?
Yeah, I'm in Australia.
What time is it?
It's 7 o'clock in the morning now.
Ah,
Oh, wow.
okay. So
Yeah.
not-
I
It's
love
not
this
too
drawing.
bad. It's not too bad because we've got daylight savings. So
good. This reminds me of, I was sent some work recently, Joe Euler, who was the illustrator for Holston. Have a look at Joe Euler. It has you've got a similar, these are real, this is lovely. A massive move forward. Well done.
thank you.
It's super feminine. I love it as well.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's stunning.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more.
Yay!
Very nice.
Good. Okay, let's do the
And
last collection.
Pose is lovely.
We're gonna do some Chanel.
Yes, let's do some Chanel. I think everybody saw Chanel.
Yeah.
What did we think of Chanel before we start?
Ooh,
Boring.
yeah, sorry.
Boring.
Boring.
Yeah, I couldn't
Terrible
find
ending.
inspiration.
It was absolute
Boring.
garbage.
Terrible
Yeah, I
ending.
didn't find it
Super
exciting.
cliche. Very cliche. Mix of feminine and masculine.
It
Very
was,
recycled
I
ideas.
think it's the end for her.
I think
Yeah, it
so
really
too.
is.
Yeah.
With the 10K handbags, it's over.
That's her final show.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was really, really boring. It was the worst show I've ever seen.
So flat. We were talking about flat before. The show was flat.
Yeah.
The show was rubbish.
Mm.
No,
Very
nothing creative, nothing relevant, nothing. It was
You sort of think,
Nothing
okay,
couture. Nothing
No,
couture
nothing
about any of the
couture.
looks. Everything's so basic.
yeah. So
This
she
one
learned
was
nothing. She learned nothing from Carl.
That's kind of really sad. But I hated the end with the weird elephant and her coming out with a really weird short wedding dress. I thought that was terrible.
It was cheap. It was.
didn't like any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it
like a
did-
dramatic ending, but not really.
Yeah, rubbish.
No.
I thought the best couture show so far is actually the Fendi one.
Oh, I
that was
didn't
today.
see.
I would really recommend it. I think it was a beautiful mix of quality pieces and showmanship.
I think the Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Yes,
with
that was
Ida Ackerman,
insane. Oof,
Exquisite.
that was really
exquisite.
beautiful.
We're doing Jean Paul Gaultier tomorrow, aren't we?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Bella. Lovely.
Hi.
Hello, Belen.
Hola. Hola.
Hello.
Thank you very much to everybody. I speak very bad English, and I do this with watercolor.
Oh, nice.
Lovely.
It's the 53 look.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want do the transparencies and the gold vestments and the gold shoes.
Oh, yeah. It's very sweet.
Sorry.
Very
Yeah.
sweet.
It's also she looks slightly sad and wistful, and she looks more beautiful than the real piece.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Lovely.
I think Belen's
Lovely.
got a few more. Did you do a few more, Belen? I think there was a few more.
Yes. Ooh, I
Yeah.
like that.
I prefer this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Really nice.
This one's lovely, Belen.
Yeah. Ellen, where are you from?
Spain.
I speak from Santiago de Compostela.
Ah,
Yeah.
Santiago.
de Compostela.
Nice. Lucky you. We're in the
I live
cold.
in a little village near
Oh, nice.
Santiago.
But lovely. These are really nice.
Delicate work, such beautiful,
Right, here's
delicate
another
work.
one. Yeah. Oh, I love the face with the different colors.
See, there's your pink and yellow and blue
No,
people.
I'm gonna go back and paint Naomi pink.
Yeah.
But I love these. These are a lot of good textures. It's almost like a surrealist feel as well.
Yeah.
tiny bit, yeah.
I do this with ink and watercolor.
Nice, very nice.
You've got a lovely style, Ellen. You've got a distinctive
Thank
style.
you. Thank you.
And Xenia, is this Chanel? Yeah. Xenia
Yeah.
is here.
Is Xenia here? No.
No, I don't think so. It's nice though, isn't it?
Very
Yeah.
dark and moody. I love the lines, squibbly lines.
Me too, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like pencil and ink,
Mm.
and then pencil drawn through the wet ink.
It makes the collection look good.
Yeah. Very couture.
Yeah. This is couture.
Oh dear, it was sad. Very sad. It was very boring.
Should be the end.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Beautiful.
Galliano. I don't know why this is
No.
All right, that's just, yeah,
I love too much.
Caroline. Schiaparelli.
yeah.
I did one at the top. It's like the first piece, but it's like yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Wait,
that one.
No.
No, that's Jean Paul.
Yeah.
There you go.
This
Yeah.
one. Okay, wait, the sixth
Louise,
one. No.
yes.
Yeah, that's Louise. No, she.
I think
That's-
Louise,
Oh yeah, I loved the way
is
Louise.
here.
Louise is here.
Louise is here.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I don't know.
Louise
She
had to
said
go
she
at
was-
8 o'clock.
Yeah, she said
Yeah.
she had to go.
Oh no. Oops.
Yeah.
It's like that one. Wait.
Ah,
keep
yeah.
going. Oh,
I
no,
love
it's not-
this page.
It's not that one.
Okay. This is great though. I love that shoe.
I looked.
Yeah.
I actually learned a lot from looking at that of the impact of zoning in on items of the garment,
Mm.
the accessories, and then the face. I thought it made a lovely spread.
It's also good for your portfolio.
I think Stephanie's
Yeah.
on here, isn't she? Yeah, I can see her name. There's lots of work you get doing detailing on garments and accessories.
Mm.
You know, not only is it to make something beautiful, but to get commissioned work. You know, people will say, document the shoes, and I've had to do it a few times for like ID or another.
That's very
magazine.
nice.
So think about
Yeah.
details as well.
This is very nice page, Patrick.
Yeah,
Monica,
It goes with
what
what
she
you were
had-
just saying.
She
Yeah,
had to
it
go.
goes-
yeah. Well
I
done.
mean,
Monica.
your comments about having stronger and lighter uses of media comes out very nicely in this page.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mm.
So good to see each other's work in different contexts. Ah, Desiree.
Good. And I like that sort of
Much better.
background. It's good.
Yeah. Oh no, that's Gautier.
Yes, Gautier. I think I had a few sketches going down for Chanel. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
This one? Oh no.
Nope.
This one?
Nope. Nope. Keep going down.
Oh, nice.
Down, 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 down. There.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Beautiful.
I love the energy. I like the background incorporated in it. I do think the legs can be.
Longer.
Yes. Did you run out of space?
I ran out of space.
It always happens.
Connie, I cannot manage to get the head and the feet into the page.
I think it's because you don't
truncate
realize
them.
how small the head has to be to fit it into the page.
Yeah, I agree. And I end up starting with the head, and then I have no legs.
Yeah.
She's legless by the time I'm finished with
When
her.
you so what you should do in your sketchbook is practice plotting out. So
Yeah.
almost put little dots where the top of the head is,
Yeah.
where the
And
waist
bottom of her feet.
is, and the knees. So you
Yeah.
can kind of work it out, and then get used to drawing, and then your proportion will come.
Yeah, no.
Rather than draw
Thank
the
you.
detail of the head, and you're
Yeah.
working your way down, or you have to sellotape an extra piece.
Yeah,
of
no,
paper.
I did that with Dojo Cat.
Yeah.
She had no legs either. Yeah.
Very nice. Is there any more Chanel? That's
I think that's lovely.
Ah.
That was Iris Van Herpen.
Yeah, sorry, Frida, we missed that one. That's
Oh.
very nice. Oh, I love
I
that.
thought that was lovely. Yeah, very
Yeah.
different.
Ooh. Yeah, very cool. I think there's a lot of she's done loads. So many. Am I missing somebody?
This is very nice. The one beside Denise. That's a
This one
Denise.
is gorgeous.
That's Denise again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good composition.
It's lovely. It's
Yeah.
actually taken from the image and it's done beautifully in Procreate.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Did we miss anybody?
I want to know a little bit of feedback on mine.
Which
That's
one?
the only thing. It's like so it's the 6th image at the top, if that makes sense. The very top.
2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Ah, this one.
Oh, that
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Nice.
That's one.
For this one.
Yeah, that's the Chanel one that I did, but I don't know how I feel about it, and I'd like to have feedback on it. That's why.
Her arm's a little bit chubby.
Yeah.
If I'm being a fashion
Yeah.
evil
skinnier.
fashion person.
Yeah, I know.
I think
I love the texture is lovely. The lace.
I think what you can, I mean, it's being picky because there's so much movement. I feel like lots of the back is really straight. She looks quite stiff. So I would almost exaggerate, push this upper torso that way. So that diagonal line would come more like this and it'll go out and it'll have more of a flow. So you have that nice from here, back of the neck going down, like, and then you can exaggerate more of this. And maybe distort the pattern because I think the pattern makes it look a bit flat.
Yeah, so feel the movement of the clothes a bit more.
Yeah, and then maybe add a darker contrast, some like a punch, like you were saying with levels and values.
Yeah,
like something, I don't know, dark.
Yeah, and you're also using the same, like we spoke about weight of line. You could change the color of the line rather than change the weight. So yeah, you've got this sort of purpley blue color, and then you've used the same color on that arm that's far away, and you've colored in the space, the negative space, with that purple as well. That shouldn't be that color. You know, use another color.
Yeah,
so there's a gap there, but we need that arm to come forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, good.
Yeah, yeah.
Did we miss anybody?
Robin.
Robin's here. I think we saw Robin. Let's look at this one quickly before we.
Which one?
We didn't. I don't think we looked at this one here, the red one.
Oh, the red one, Dojo.
Yes, because we didn't give feedback to Robin on this.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's very graphic.
Yeah.
It has a metaverse feel, Robin.
She here?
I'm feeling.
She is actually, yeah.
She was.
I think she said her mic.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
I had my mic off again on the actual button on my mic, and I was like, oh no, it's broken.
Yeah, I think for me, it feels very complete, and that could actually be a negative.
Yeah, no, when I was working into it, I was like, oh, I feel like I'm being too strict to myself here, and I just kept going, and then it looked a lot more finished than I would usually go for recently.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean it needs to be washy. It just feels really well done, and that's when I said it reminds me of like something metaversey, because it has that sort of digital finished look.
Yeah.
So you kind of need to break that so it doesn't feel too digital.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, but and also I think you could play with her shape a little bit more, like be more exaggerated, have a bit more fun with it, because she feels quite ordinary. And that's what I'd like to break down, is that she is a character. She's quite an interesting person, and it was so important. And also like how you've used them sort of electric greens.
Yeah, the electric green.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It's just it's too much of it, and I think you could change the tone of it, just so it feels like what bit goes forward, what bit goes back. Otherwise, it just flattens. All of the.
I'm actually seeing the green arc first.
Yes.
Yeah, too loud.
Rather than her.
Yeah. Because she's actually cut her face is really nice, and the sparkle on the dress, and you know.
She does look a little bit sad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised after 74 hours getting Swarovski crystals stuck on me.
Yeah.
Good.
God bless her.
Ooh. Oh,
Well,
wow.
thank you.
Well, well done, everybody. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, thank you all.
Yes, well done, and hopefully, if we see some of you again tomorrow,
Thank you.
you know,
I'm sure we will.
come ready, come planned.
I'm quite excited for the Jean Paul Gaultier now.
So can I ask you, is it going to work smoothly for everyone if we just throw everything at the hashtag
Yes,
Fida
please. I
Couture?
think
Yeah.
it's a much quicker process.
It seems to be the way to run through it smoothly, doesn't it?
Well, and we can also see them nice and cleanly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Today's a trial and error time.
Yeah. A
Definitely.
learning process. Yeah, learning
As we say, a work in progress.
process. Like life.
Yeah.
Oh, well done, everybody.
Well, listen, lovely to meet you all. And
Well
thank
done,
you very much for
everybody.
the
Thank
feedback,
you.
Connie and Patrick.
Well done.
And Patrick, once we're showing our work in front of you, really, there's nobody else we fear more.
Good.
It's kind of true. I get scared.
I just thought, you know, don't worry. Once we get the work in front of you and survive, we're cool with anybody
Survive
else.
anything.
I thought Melanie was the toughest, but maybe I took the gauntlet off her.
Oh, is she? I thought she's really nice.
I think she was quite tough, which is good. That goes good in my book. No mercy.
No mercy.
Lovely to meet you all again.
done.
Lovely
Thank
to
you,
meet people
everybody.
that I haven't met before. And see you all again.
you.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a great evening. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.